What if your oxygen sensor isn't failing at all, just buried under carbon buildup? Over 60% of oxygen sensor problems come from contamination, not damage. Yet most drivers spend $200 to $500 replacing sensors they could have cleaned. Today, you'll discover 11 proven tricks that can restore performance fast, including one method most mechanics never talk about. Trick number 11. Water mist steam cleaning. This is the fastest method, but most people misunderstand how it works. Your car feels weak, slow acceleration, bad gas mileage. Sometimes a check engine light shows up. You get worried thinking how you're going to replace the oxygen sensor. But in many cases, the sensor isn't dead. It's just covered in carbon, blocking it from reading the oxygen correctly. And cleaning fixes it. To clean it, warm the engine fully, around normal operating temperature. Then, introduce a very light mist of distilled water into a vacuum line, while holding the engine around 2,000 revolutions per minute. The water instantly turns into steam inside the hot combustion chamber. That steam expands fast. It creates a cleaning effect. It loosens carbon, soot, and oil ash. These deposits travel through the exhaust and off the sensor tip. Once cleaned, the sensor can respond faster and send accurate signals again. You'll feel smoother acceleration within minutes. It is safe if the mist is very light. Too much water can damage the engine. That's why many people avoid it or never hear about it. Also, keep in mind, cleaning worn-out sensor won't fix the problem. Replace it after 60,000 to 100,000 miles. And just when you think this is the simplest method, the next one works without using water at all. Trick number 10. Vacuum line induction method. Most oxygen sensors aren't dead. They're coated in carbon and giving false readings. That's why many drivers waste money replacing them. This method targets heavy buildup directly and works especially well on the upstream oxygen sensor, the one before the catalytic converter where most deposits form. To perform this method, you'll need a sensor-safe carb cleaner or intake valve cleaner, a vacuum hose that leads to the intake manifold, and a straw nozzle for controlled flow. Here's what to do. Start by finding the vacuum line, often the brake booster line or another intake hose. Warm up the engine fully. Hold it steady at around 2,000 revolutions per minute to keep it from stalling. Insert the straw into the vacuum hose. Then connect the straw nozzle to the cleaner. As you gently spray, the engine vacuum pulls the cleaner in. Inside the combustion chamber, it turns into a fine mist and burns with the air-fuel mix. This creates hot gases carrying cleaning agents. As those gases pass through the exhaust, they break down and dissolve carbon, soot, and oil residue on the sensor tip. For heavier deposits, pause halfway and shut the engine off for 10 to 15 minutes to let the cleaner soak. When you restart, thick smoke may appear. That's the carbon burning off. After the process, let the engine cool completely. When done right, the engine often feels smoother within minutes. And just when you think this is the most direct way to clean it, the next method requires no tools at all. Trick number 9. Italian tune-up. Short trips, stop-and-go traffic, and low RPM driving allow carbon to build up on the oxygen sensor. That buildup throws off the air-fuel mixture, reducing throttle response, power, and fuel economy. Many drivers assume something expensive failed when the real problem is simply a dirty sensor. That's where the Italian tune-up comes in. The name comes from old performance cars in Italy. Mechanics would drive them hard, pushing RPMs higher than usual to burn off carbon without taking anything apart. Here's how to do it. Start by warming up the engine fully. Then get onto a clear road. Keep your RPMs between 3,000 and 4,000. You can use a lower gear to hold that range. Maintain it steadily for about 10 to 20 minutes. At those speeds, exhaust temperatures rise fast, often reaching 600 to 800 degrees Celsius. That heat burns off carbon stuck on the oxygen sensor. At the same time, faster exhaust flow helps push the debris out. After one proper drive, the engine often feels more responsive. And just when you think driving harder is the only answer, the next method cleans without pushing the engine at all. If you've made it this far, You're already ahead of most drivers who replace parts without checking this first. Hit that like button if this is opening your eyes. And subscribe so you don't miss the next trick. Because what's coming next fixes a problem many people think requires a mechanic. Trick number 8. Seafoam intake spray. Seafoam intake spray works by sending powerful cleaning agents straight through the combustion process. As the engine runs, these chemicals turn into a carbon-dissolving vapor. That vapor flows through the exhaust and reaches the hot oxygen sensor, breaking down soot and residue stuck on its surface. To use this trick, start with a fully warmed engine. Locate a vacuum line, commonly the brake booster line, or access the throttle body. With the engine running, slowly spray seafoam into the intake. Keep the RPM slightly elevated to prevent stalling. Once about half the cleaner is used, shut the engine off. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. This hot soak allows the chemicals to penetrate deeper into stubborn deposits. After the soak, restart the engine. You'll see thick white smoke from the exhaust. That's the carbon burning off and clearing out. The cleaner continues working as you drive, restoring sensor response and improving fuel control. This method works best for slow or contaminated sensors, not ones that are fully failed. And if you think this is aggressive, the next method cleans everything quietly while you drive. Trick number 7. Fuel additive scrub. You're spending more on fuel, yet nothing changes. Often, it's carbon coating the oxygen sensor, blocking accurate readings and ruining the air-fuel mix. This method targets that buildup directly, fixing the real problem most drivers never even realize is there. Fuel additives work quietly from inside the system. They contain strong detergents, especially polyethylamine, PEA, that survives combustion. As the fuel burns, these cleaners turn into active gases. They travel through the exhaust and break down soot, sulfur, and carbon stuck on the oxygen sensor surface. That's what restores accurate readings over time. Start with a low fuel tank, about a quarter full. Pour in a full bottle of a high-quality oxygen sensor-safe additive. Fill up with fresh fuel. Then drive the car at steady RPM, around 2,000 to 3,000, for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Highway driving works best. This heat activates the cleaner and helps it scrub the system effectively. For deeper cleaning, run 1 to 2 full tanks. Not all additives work the same. Look for proven options like Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus, Lucas Deep Clean Fuel System Cleaner, or Cataclean. These contain high PEA levels. Avoid cheap, generic additives with unclear ingredients. They often lack the strength to remove deposits and can leave more residue behind. This method works best for light buildup and long-term maintenance, not heavily clogged or damaged sensors. Next up is a method that targets buildup deeper in the exhaust system itself. Trick number 6. Catalytic converter cleaner. Power drops. The car feels restricted, almost like something is blocking it from breathing. That's often not just the oxygen sensor. It's a buildup deeper in the exhaust system affecting how the sensor reads. Catalytic converter cleaner works by moving through the entire combustion and exhaust path. Once added to the fuel, it burns with the air-fuel mix and releases active cleaning agents. These agents travel through the exhaust stream, breaking down carbon deposits not only inside the catalytic converter, but also on the oxygen sensor tip. When that buildup clears, the sensor can read exhaust gases accurately again. Here's how to do. Start with a low fuel level, about a quarter tank. Pour in a full bottle of a catalytic converter cleaner labeled safe for oxygen sensors. Then fill up with fresh fuel. Drive the car at steady RPM, around 2,000 to 3,000, for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Highway driving works best. The heat activates the cleaner, allowing it to dissolve and burn off deposits effectively. This method is especially useful for mild to moderate clogging caused by carbon. Many drivers notice smoother acceleration and better fuel economy after one treatment, though deeper cleaning may take longer. Up next is a method that works without adding anything at all, just changing how you drive. Trick number 5, long highway drive cycle. The check engine light disappears. then comes right back a day later. The car feels fine one moment, then slightly off the next. That's not random. It's your system struggling to complete a proper drive cycle and recalibrate the oxygen sensor. A highway drive cycle is different from an Italian tune-up. The Italian tune-up uses high RPM and heat to burn off carbon aggressively. A drive cycle is more controlled. It focuses on steady speed, proper conditions, and giving the sensor time to relearn and stabilize its readings. Start with a cold engine. Let the car sit overnight. Keep your fuel level between 1/4 and 3/4 tank. Begin driving normally until the engine warms up. Then get onto a highway. Maintain a steady speed between 55 and 65 miles per hour for at least 10 to 20 minutes. Avoid hard acceleration. After that, gently decelerate without braking hard. Let the car coast down when possible. This steady operation allows the oxygen sensor to heat up properly and clear light deposits. At the same time, the engine control unit runs its checks and resets sensor readiness. In some cases, it may take 2 full drive cycles, with a cooldown in between, for the system to fully stabilize. You'll often notice smoother performance and fewer returning codes. If you're learning something valuable here, tap like and subscribe right now. It helps you catch more simple fixes like these before they turn into expensive repairs. And trust me, the next method is one most drivers overlook, yet it works faster than you think. Trick number 4, intake drip kit cleaning. Your engine isn't losing power by accident. Carbon is slowly choking the oxygen sensor and corrupting the readings your car depends on. Most quick fixes barely touch it. This method attacks the buildup deep inside the system, where the real problem begins. Intake drip kit cleaning uses a controlled chemical feed to clean from the inside out. The cleaner usually contains strong detergents and solvents designed to break down carbon, fuel residue, and oil deposits without damaging sensitive components. These are typically labeled as intake system or induction cleaners that are safe for oxygen sensors and catalytic converters. And the key advantage here, you don't need to remove the oxygen sensor at all. Step by step, start with a fully warmed engine. Locate a vacuum line, usually the brake booster or intake manifold hose. Connect the drip kit or insert the cleaner line into that hose. Start the engine and hold it steady at around 2,000 to 3,000 revolutions per minute. Slowly feed the cleaner and using the drip control or nozzle. Keep the flow steady and controlled. As the cleaner enters, it atomizes and burns in the combustion chamber. This creates active chemical vapors that move through the exhaust. These vapors dissolve carbon, soot, and oil buildup on the oxygen sensor tip and surrounding parts. For heavier deposits, pause midway and let the engine sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Then restart to burn off what's been loosened. This method reaches deeper and cleans more thoroughly than most quick fixes. Up next is a simple household-based method that surprises many drivers. Trick number 3, gasoline soak. Carbon buildup on the oxygen sensor corrupts fuel readings and kills performance. Most quick fixes barely help. This method cleans deeper in the system, targeting buildup where the problem actually starts. A gasoline soak works differently from other methods. Instead of heat or chemical sprays, it uses the natural solvent properties of gasoline to break down oily residue, varnish, and light carbon deposits on the sensor tip. Gasoline is designed to dissolve fuel-related buildup, which makes it effective for certain types of contamination. Here's how to do it step by step. Start by locating and carefully removing the oxygen sensor using the proper tool. Once removed, place only the sensor tip into a small container of fresh gasoline. Keep the wiring and connector dry at all times. Let the sensor soak for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. During this time, the gasoline begins to loosen and dissolve the buildup. After soaking, gently shake off excess fuel and allow the sensor to air dry completely. Do not use heat or compressed air. Once fully dry, reinstall the sensor securely. As the deposits clear, the sensor can respond faster and send more accurate signals to the engine. This can improve throttle response and fuel efficiency. Next comes a method that works without removing anything and happens while you simply drive. Trick number 2, fuel system cleaner. Nothing feels broken, yet your car quietly starts costing you more every mile. That's how carbon buildup on the oxygen sensor works. It hides in plain sight, skewing fuel readings. This method cuts through that layer directly, fixing what most drivers never even notice. Fuel system cleaners take a chemical approach instead of relying on heat. Once added to the gas tank, they mix with fuel and enter the combustion process. High-quality cleaners contain detergents that survive extreme heat. As they burn, they create active vapors that move through the exhaust system. These vapors dissolve carbon, gum, and resin deposits sitting on the oxygen sensor tip, restoring its ability to read exhaust gases accurately. Here's how to do it step by step. Start with a low fuel level, around a quarter tank. Pour in a full bottle of a trusted cleaner like Chevron Techron or Cataclean. Fill the tank with fresh fuel. Then drive the car at steady RPM, around 2,000 to 3,000, for 20 to 30 minutes. Highway driving works best to generate the heat needed for activation. For ongoing maintenance, repeat this every few thousand miles. It helps prevent buildup before it becomes a bigger issue. There's also a stronger approach, drawing cleaner through a vacuum line, but that's typically used for heavier deposits. Regular use keeps the sensor responsive and helps maintain fuel efficiency over time. Next comes a method that targets the sensor more directly, and most drivers get it wrong. Trick number 1. Oxygen sensor safe spray. One tiny sensor controls your fuel, power, and emissions, and when carbon coats it, everything starts going wrong. Most drivers replace it instantly. That's the trap. In reality, clearing that buildup can restore performance without spending a dime on a new part. Oxygen sensor safe sprays take a targeted approach. These are usually MAF sensor cleaners or specialized throttle body cleaners designed to evaporate fast and leave no residue. They break down carbon and combustion deposits inside the tiny pores of the sensor tip, where accuracy is often lost. Here's how to do it step by step. First, locate and carefully remove the oxygen sensor using the right socket. Once out, hold it upright and insert the straw nozzle into the protective cage. Spray directly into the openings, allowing the cleaner to reach the internal sensing element. Let it sit for a few minutes so it can dissolve stubborn buildup. If needed, use a very soft brush to loosen debris, then spray again to flush it out. After cleaning, let the sensor dry completely. You can air dry it or use light compressed air. Make sure no moisture remains before reinstalling it. This method restores proper voltage signals by clearing contamination without harming the delicate platinum components. It's fast, precise, and effective for moderate buildup. Most drivers replace oxygen sensors too soon, but in many cases, the real problem is buildup, not failure. Try these methods before spending hundreds on new parts. If one of these tricks surprised you, hit like, subscribe, and comment which method you'd try first. And don't miss our next video on the sensor that fails most often in your car and almost no one cleans, because that hidden issue is quietly costing drivers even more.